I think it was a couple of years ago now that Ubisoft decided that they wanted to make a, we'll just say, Sea of Thieves adjacent game. And on its initial announcement, everybody got excited. Then we started seeing gameplay of it, and we're like, that actually looks pretty bad. And apparently, it's been getting a lot worse for Ubisoft over the years. Skull and Bones loses another creative director, faces union campaign. So we're gonna go over this game and how it's not doing. But before we do, guys, make sure you drop me a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video out, and let's get into it. Ubisoft's Open Seas Pirate Fantasy from Hell lost its third creative director. Kotaku has learned that Elizabeth Pellin, who began working with the Skull and Bones team back in 2018, left Ubisoft Singapore to return to the French publisher's Paris headquarters earlier this summer. The game's long-awaited closed beta recently received mixed reactions. And Kotaku now understands that Ubisoft Singapore faces an organized labor campaign by the country's creative media and publishing union. It's pretty bad when those countries are like, yeah, we need a union for this. A lot is riding on the big budget blockbuster, especially as Ubisoft cuts costs following an anemic 2022 release slate. Along with The Crew Motorfest, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Skull and Bones is one of four major Ubisoft touted as its big summer showcase. To reverse recent misfortunes and strategic changes that have led to a flurry of internal projects being canceled, including a sequel to 2020's Immortal Phoenix Rising. Yeah, Ubisoft has not been doing good at all. Pellin, who was previously a VP of editorial, well, why are you having an editorialist go over and work on a game? This is the shit Ubisoft does and wonders why they're failing. Ubisoft's centralized department for creative oversight and support for franchises like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and The Division oversaw Skull and Bones' pivot from primarily a session-based multiplayer ship combat shooter to a broader exploration and survival-oriented piracy sim that drew loose inspiration from games like Rust and Ark, Survival of blah, which, don't get me started. I wanted to play Ark again. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent. I wanted to play Ark again. Apparently, there's some new releases coming over. It's like, oh, I'll hop on a server, play for a little while, get reintegrate myself with the gameplay. Nope, can't do that. All official servers are shut down. You can only play on custom servers you pay for yourself or solo. Yeah, fuck that company. All right, anyway, back to it. She's now back at Ubisoft Paris office with the title of Director Editorial Online, according to her LinkedIn profile. What fucking genius at Ubisoft says, oh, you write articles. You would do perfect for leading a team into a new... No. And of course, it's a woman that they make do this, right? Because they want to be their diverse. Women can do it too. Obviously fucking not. She's an editorialist. Don't put her in charge of a fucking development team. Fucking diversity, equity bullshit. Fuck. Okay, anyway. 5 years ago, Elizabeth Pellin went to Ubisoft Singapore's with a mission to reboot the creative direction of Skull and Bones. A spokesperson for Ubisoft told Kotaku, wrote in an email statement, she succeeded and the Skull and Bones team is now fulfilling her vision to deliver a new, unique naval action RPG experience to our players. The fuck does she know about naval action and RPG? Granted, okay? And I think this is because of the backlash, not because of her, but in spite of her. It was quite literally, you're always on ship, you do everything from the ship, you never get off the ship, you're never walking around on the ship, really. You're just firing broadside cannons and switching out ammo, which was absolutely the worst, which is why I think it originally got such bad press and everybody hated it. It's hard to get over that negative press. I don't think they changed the game for her. I think the game developers were like, yeah, we fucked up. This is bullshit. We need to change it. And good for them. I hope they do. But not for Ubisoft's sake. Not for this woman's sake. And if it was going as good as they say it is, they would not have pulled her back from another country and removed her from the dev team. Let's be honest about that. The publisher added that at this stage of the game's development, it's not uncommon for a creative director to move on to a new project or role. Yeah, shuffling people around because they're not doing the job. That happens all the time. Though two sources familiar with the situation who wish to remain anonymous, fucking words, anonymous, because they were not authorized to speak about company business, told Kotaku that Pellin's tenure at Ubisoft Singapore had been expected to last at least through the end of the year. Yeah. Yeah, they said, yeah, you're killing this. This is costing too much money. You need to get the fuck out. So I'm going to kind of run through this one really quickly. I don't think it's integral to the article, but I think it needs to be touched upon. And since I haven't done a video, we'll go over it real quick. Born out of an expansion for Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, which is now getting a remake, Skull and Bones, which was originally expected to ship in 2018. Yeah, and that didn't happen. The soft reboot and more ambitious vision, however, saw the game subsequently delayed several times. Yeah, it's 2023, and it was supposed to release in 2018. That should tell you how fucked this game is. It was effectively ready to come out in the fall of 2022, but was pulled back last minute over ongoing concerns around polish and playback test. That I like, but it's been pushed back so far, I have major concerns. I probably won't pick this game up at full price. I might not pick it up on sale. I'm going to wait for the actual gameplay videos. IGN was one of the first select media outlets who received access to the latest version of Skull and Bones before hands-on preview. Initial impressions were glowing. That's because I will never trust one of these air quotes major gaming journo sites with their reviews of games, because they do it every time regardless of how trash the game is, so they can get exclusive access and keep their fucking money up. Never going to trust them. Never. Yahoo News Singapore contributor wrote that it left him terribly bored, with much of the beta boiling down to blowing up ships or quietly sailing for long stretches of time while little happened. So my question is, did this guy play Sea of Thieves and does he like it? Because anytime you're doing a multiplayer pirate game, if it's all action all the time, you lose a lot of that RPG element. I think Sea of Thieves was a great medium point for that, where you sail around a lot and sometimes there's action, sometimes there's not. So the only question I have about that statement is, does he enjoy Sea of Thieves? If he doesn't, then I'm going to say he should have never played this game. He shouldn't be reviewing it. If he does, I will add a little more credit to what he's saying. The positive feedback received during the recent closed beta highlights the invaluable work of Elizabeth and the entire team have done. Again, in spite of her, not because of her. A spokesperson for Ubisoft told Kotaku, "Now through the game's launch, our focus is to offer the best possible experience to players by considering their feedback and further polishing the game." I don't think the player feedback is why they're doing it, necessarily. I think they got such bad backlash when they first announced this game that they realized they have to change it. This is why it is important to be vocal about game companies making games when they put out shit. Absolutely roast them until they change it. Right? We saw it work with the Sonic movie, where everybody hated it so much, they went back and redid the entire CGI for that movie. All right, so it looks like the rest of the article is them coping, saying how good Ubisoft is so they can get more early releases, so fuck the rest of it. So again, this game first announced, its trailer looks like absolute garbage. You were stuck on a boat, and you did not walk around that boat. You literally just shot from side to side. Nobody liked it. It was so bad, they redesigned the game. Now it looks like you can get off the boat and have an actual RPG experience. But my question is, after 5 years of them working on it, is it actually any better? But guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Does this game even interest you? The fact that they've delayed it for 5 years, is probably going to be 6 years by the time it releases, give you any hope for this game? Personally, I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. But you should let me know in the comments section. And while you're there, make sure you drop me a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video out. And until the next one, be easy like sleazy.